सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावतीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम तत्सत्। After completing Chandogya Upanishad about 3 weeks ago, I left for Calcutta, Patna, Chapra, Muzaffarpur and Ranchi. In Chapra, for the dedication of a Sri Ramakrishna Adbhutananda Memorial Ashrama on a 2-acre plot purchased from the government. A very beautiful place, beautiful building. Adbhutananda came from Chapra to Calcutta in search of job. Illiterate, rustic boy. He got a job with Dr. Ramachandra Datta, who later on became a devotee of Sri Ramakrishna. He used to send some presents to Sri Ramakrishna to this boy. His name was Latu at that time. Sri Ramakrishna took a fancy for the boy, asked Ram to leave him with him. So he stayed with Sri Ramakrishna and Holy Mother. Slowly developed highly spiritual qualities, renunciation. Later on took sannyas along with Swami Vivekananda to form the Ramakrishna order, the only non-Bengali disciple of Ramakrishna and the only uneducated disciple of Ramakrishna. So I felt a memorial should be erected in Chapra, from which he hailed. 100 years ago it must have been a big village. Today it is a town of 1 lakh of people. So we don't know the house, we don't know the relatives, we don't know anything. But we know he came from Chapra. So the memorial was erected with the help of people, costing about 8 or 9 lakhs in Chapra. And 3 days function. Number of Swamis had come from nearby ashramas, and every day meeting, very well attended, a cross section of Chapra humanity. Doctors, lawyers, teachers, administrators, all were there. Deputy Commissioner was there. Later on, the last day, the Governor of Haryana from Chandigarh, Maniklal Mandal, he also came as a chief guest. So 3 days function went off very successfully, except one lecture, all the rest were in Hindi. And then from there we went to the next town, Muzaffarpur. It's a very important center. There also there is a local Ramakrishna ashrama conducting an eye hospital of 40 beds and a beautiful Sri Ramakrishna temple. He was very particular I should go there. So I agreed, we all went there. Many people took initiation or mantra and public meeting. Many people came, all in Hindi. Then came to Patna. We have to cross the Ganga. About 7 to 10 kilometers long is the bridge of Ganga there. It is a long crossing. It's a beautiful place. So in Patna we had initiation of several devotees and also 2-3 public lectures in the ashrama. From there to Ranchi on the way to Calcutta. One evening we had a public lecture. The hall was crowded with all the distinguished people of the town in business and industry and administration, police, all were there, and the ordinary people. Also we had next day initiation of several people, including the tribal youths, 15 or 20 tribal youths. The mission is doing very beautiful work there for the tribals for the last 22 years, training a batch of trainees in agriculture and allied industries. And this is going on batch after batch. The whole training is free, food is free, hostel is free. They go back and do better agriculture. They help others also. In this way, these more than 20 years, the mission has got a tremendous prestige among the Adivasis of that area, and about 800 pumps have been erected in as many villages. Education also is being spread among the people. I have gone there before, but the Swami was very particular. Since the plane passes through Ranchi to Calcutta, I should get down. So I got down for just one day and did all this, came to Calcutta, attended the Birla Award meeting on the 20th evening to receive the award, and I passed on the award of the Belur Mutt, a citation and a 5 rupee check, and 22nd I returned here without much damage to my body. From today I had announced we shall study the Taittiriya Upanishad. 26th today, 26th of April, Sunday, we begin this study. 2 big Upanishads we finished earlier. Ramakrishna, Chandogya. But these small Upanishads are extremely interesting. Every part of it is so interesting. Subject is the same. Knowledge of Brahman, knowledge of the spiritual nature of man and its realization. All through the Upanishads, this is the main theme. And as I often express it here, this is the main theme agitating the minds of thinkers in this modern world as well. Having studied the world outside, the question comes, who is the one who studies? What is his nature? In Sanskrit they call it Vishaya and Vishayi. Vishaya means the object. Vishayi means the subject, the one who studies. The subject cannot be eliminated from our search for knowledge. We are in search of the object. In searching the object, we can eliminate the subject for objectivity. Otherwise, constantly the subject will interfere with our knowledge of the object. Therefore, temporarily, we keep the subject away and study the object. What is the nature of the earth, nature of the sun? If my likes and dislikes will interfere into it, it will not be science at all. Therefore, in science it became a principle, keep the subject away. From Descartes onwards, 17th century, French philosopher, and later on Bacon. And that has paid good results. We have studied the world well, but only in the short run. After the 19th century, it began to give trouble. How can you eliminate the subject, a very important aspect of reality? You can eliminate it for a particular purpose, to study the object objectively. That we have done. And so in this century, you find the mind of the scientist is turning to the scientist himself, the scientist who studies the object, the world. What is the nature of that scientist? What is the depth dimension of that scientist? They don't know anything about it. They know only this much, a little bit of physiology, anatomy, neurology, and a bit of behavior, which is psychology. Nothing more than that. But the depth dimension of the subject, Vishayi, is absolutely unknown, and the interest in it is growing today in the West. And it is precisely in this field that India stole a mark thousands of years ago by concentrating our attention on the subject after studying the object. We did not neglect the subject. We studied the object, and that itself gave hint of the presence of a reality in the subject. Man the observer, man the student, man the knower, man the subject. How can you eliminate that reality? So in the Upanishads, you are always in the presence of this subject of man the subject, the Vishayi. So you don't get physical science here, that is all left behind. You get only the science of spirituality, the word Atman, the self, the self. Self is something deep in yourself. That is referred to as the self. Atman in Sanskrit. Anatman, the not self. Atman, the self. After studying the Anatman, we turn to the Atman. What is the nature of this? Man the knower, man the observer. But it is must be a profound dimension, that he can know this world, he can control this world. Some profound power we find in him, as expressed in study of the world outside. So what is he by himself? Even these little powers manifested in study of the external world are so great. How much greater must be that dimension which is at the depth of this human being. It is that study that you get in the Upanishads. Study of a human being in depth. No scientist has ever done it throughout the history. Only India has done it thoroughly from the very beginning. And that is why on this subject they all turn to India. Any scientist who wants to know something about the human being in depth will turn to India. This country has dived deep into this subject, and that is why today there is so much interest in the Upanishads. Here you will find it is a part of the Vedic literature. The earlier part, Brahmanas, Taittiriya Brahmana, Taittiriya Aranyaka, Taittiriya Upanishad. That's how it comes. In the Taittiriya Brahmana, you find plenty of rituals, ceremonies. Through some mantras, you control the gods, and you get what you want. This idea, man subordinate to the gods, but with the help of priests and some of these mantras, you try to control those gods. That's what ritualism, in its widest sense, belongs to that category. By ritual, you try to attain things which you cannot attain through normal means. That is just a hope. We do think we get it. 50% we get it, 50% we do not get. In all kind of statistics, that is what happens. But we are satisfied that we will get it. In this way, one whole section, the Brahmanas, continued for a few centuries. But some were not satisfied. What is all this nonsense? Subordinate to the gods, pleasing them, or trying to forced them to come to help through priestly means, magical means. All this did not satisfy a group of people. They formed the nucleus of the Upanishads. The sages who sat here, there, everywhere began to move away from that ritualistic religion to a spiritual quest as to the nature of this human being. So the whole attention is taken away from heavens and gods and goddesses, concentrated on this human being. That is the special greatness of the Upanishads. Humanism has its origin in the Upanishads, but it's a very unique type of humanism. Not this limited human being, but something unlimited, infinite within this limited being. That discovery made the Upanishads supreme in this concept of humanism. No more of begging before gods, standing in fear of them. We shall depend upon ourselves. We shall realize our own true nature. This Atman takes you beyond the gods. You studied it in the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. Yatha Pashurevam Sadevanam. Don't remain a Pashu to the Devas. Realize the Atman. You go beyond the Devas. Devas don't like you to go beyond them. But you can through the knowledge of the Atman. Here is a philosophy, therefore, based on the human being, upholding the primacy of this human manifestation, the uniqueness of this human manifestation, that this human being can study the world, can change it, can alter it, can communicate his ideas to others, can also realize one's true nature. That last one is the supreme uniqueness of the human being. No other creature can know itself. Take an insect. Can it know itself? Not at all. If it can get its little food throughout the day, it is pleased. Nothing more is needed. All the animals, birds, lions, tigers, gorillas, all of them, they are interested only in eating, drinking and self-perpetuation. Nothing else, no other inquiry can ever come to them. But the Upanishad said this human being has an additional strength. That is the capacity to penetrate into oneself and discover one's own true nature. And that true nature happens to be infinite, immortal, not what the eyes reveal, but something beyond it. Now this kind of study came to the Upanishads in the same way as they studied the external world, the world of Vishaya. Scientific study, with questioning, with collaboration. Similarly, in the study of the human being in depth, the same scientific attitude and collaboration. In this way, India developed a science of man in depth, science of the human being in depth, the depth dimension. There they found the highest God, and we never used the word God in ancient times here, Brahman, that infinite one. Brahman is the word for that which expands you, Brihatvat, Brahmanatvat, Brahma Uchyate, Brihatvat, which expands you, expands you, expands you. Therefore they are called Brahman, the infinite. And this Atman is that Brahman within you and me. So this kind of knowledge came to the Upanishads, and we are fortunate that they recorded it in these books, first only in memory, later on in books, and they remained unspoiled all these thousands of years. Shankaracharya took out these books, wrote his commentary and placed it before the people. Before that, we did not know. We never used the Upanishads to build our life, to build our day-to-day life, social life, political life, nothing. We had other sources for this, sources not so high, sources full of discrimination between man and man. As between God and man there is discrimination, between man and man we made discrimination. That kind of philosophy we used for creating our society, though our philosophy speaks of high status of the human being. Today we have the opportunity to create a new society, a new civilization based upon the Upanishads, the Vedanta, where human freedom, human dignity, human equality form the central theme. What greater civilization can we have? What better society can we have? This is the great work of modern Shankaracharya, Swami Vivekananda. He made the Upanishads the sheet anchor of creating a new society in India, deeply spiritual but equal, stressing the dignity of the human being. Whatever be his or her social status, as a human being, he or she has a supreme status which none can take away. It is inalienable. The word is inalienable. Alienation. Suppose you commit a crime, you cannot stand for election. You are alienated from that particular constitution. But in this case, any sin, any evil you do, you can't be alienated from the Atman. That is your true nature, even in that condition. Only you don't know it. You have completely forgotten it. So this teaching is of supreme significance for us today. If it is spread throughout India, what a tremendous growth will take place in this country. Human growth, human development, human fulfillment. This is Vivekananda's dream. He has conveyed his dream through all his complete works, and he has given it to us as a responsibility. Build India on new foundations. The old foundations are all shaking. The feudal foundation, hierarchic foundation, caste foundation, suppression of women and Shudras foundation. That India cannot survive. It is very sick just now. Try to do this. For that, try to understand what the Upanishads mean. And this way, he preached the Upanishads, both in East and West, because as far as the human being is concerned, it is a universal proposition. It's not merely in India. The same human being is there in all parts of the world. Today's biology adds one more strength to that statement by saying humanity is the only interbreeding species. It's only one species of humanity, not two. Animals, there are plenty of species. In each group, there are so many species. Insects, there are thousands of species within the insect. But in the human being, there is only one interbreeding, and we are today interthinking species in the world. That is why the universal approach of the Upanishad, you can see in this applies to everyone, wherever you are. It is your nature that is being discussed and promulgated. It is to make you realize your fullness. That is why thinking people accept Vedanta when they come to know of it. The opportunity to know is not much. In India, we have it all around us, but we never care for it. Very few people study the Upanishads. And if at all they studied it, it is for morning parayana, just a little holy reading, that's all. Not to take the philosophy out of it and live accordingly. We never did it till now. Now, these books will not remain in books as ideas. They will become translated into action, into a new type of interhuman relationship, a new type of human growth, development, fulfillment. It is this that gives special importance to this immortal literature, a literature which discovered the immortal in this mortal human being itself becomes immortal. Imagine the Upanishads 4,000 years ago. It is so fresh even today. Truth is never old. It is always fresh. The Upanishads speak of truth, but the truth about you that can never grow old. So you can see the ever fresh nature of the Upanishads, and it appeals to people, thinking people all over the world. Vivekananda has used that adjective. Vedanta is going to be the religion of thinking humanity tomorrow. These are his words. If you begin to think and question, you will come to Vedanta. If you are satisfied with some worship and bhutas and all that, you are happy with it, you pay some money to the priest, don't worry, remain where you are. But once you become dissatisfied, you begin to think, ask questions, then come to the Upanishads, you will get the best out of it. So he has made that remark. Vedanta is going to be the religion of thinking humanity tomorrow. Unfortunately, thinking section is very small. 5%, 2%, at the most 10%. Others never think. They are satisfied with what they have. They are just at the animal stage. Eating, drinking, pleasure, some excitement and dying away. But men and women, they look up. They want to know more. They want to understand more. Such type will increase in this age because the problems confronting us around. These problems cannot be solved by all these external means. A change in the human situation, in the human being, is essential. An attitudinal change that can come only when we realize the truth expounded in these Upanishads, one of which came to you in the Chandogya Upanishad, Tat Tamasi, Tat Tamasi, you are that, you are that, you are that infinite Brahman, that is your true nature. Don't be petty and small, don't start petty quarrels and fights. We quarrel and fight because we are petty-minded. Big-minded will never do so. So that big-mindedness comes from being one with the bigness that is ever present within us. This kind of educating the human being in real bigness is what the Upanishads will do to all of us. So in the Taittiriya Upanishad, we have the Taittiriya Brahmana, a bit of it in the first chapter. Even in the Bhajarnika, there was a bit of the Brahmana portion in the beginning. But in between, the spiritual element has begun to enter in the Bhajarnika in the beginning itself. Here also, in the first chapter itself, you will find the old traditional mysticism, meditation, gods, all these will enter. But in between, spiritual ideas enter. Towards the end of it is a beautiful passage. In fact, the first chapter is famous for that one single passage. In the last section, a convocation address by the Chancellor of the Gurukula to all the students when they finish education and return home. That is very famous. It has been made famous now in many universities. They are recited during convocation addresses. That is how the first chapter ends. The second and third chapter are full of philosophy. You are in the midst of Brahman, the midst of Atman, and some of the profoundest ideas of the search for the Atman you will find in this Upanishad. It is a search from the known to the unknown. We didn't begin from the unknown. We begin from the known. We know matter, You know food. Let us begin with that. Let us go deeper. Let us go deeper. It is how the Upanishad responds, subject of Brahman, subject of the Atman. Atman, Brahman are one because they are consciousness, and consciousness is not plural. It is an ancient dictum, it is also a modern dictum. Consciousness has no plural. Nobody can find a plural for consciousness. Just like nobody can find a plural for space. Space is one and indivisible. So the word Brahman and Atman, they are always used alternatively. Where the word Brahman is to be used, Atman is used. From the Atman, the whole universe has come. You will find the passage. From Brahman, the whole universe has come. You will find the passage. Atman, Brahman are one and the same because both are of the nature of pure Chit, Chit Swarupa, Chaitanya Swarupa, of the nature of pure consciousness. It is always a singular, never a plural, as expressed by nuclear scientist Schrödinger. So in this Upanishad, you enter into a bit of this Brahmana section, ritualistic section, ritualistic meditation section, and finally enter into the main philosophy, the science of human being in depth, the uniqueness of this human being. That is the main theme of the Upanishad, and at the end of the book you will read the person who realized I am everything. The whole universe is Brahman. I am one with the Brahman. He is there to proclaim his realization. I am food, I am food, I am food. I am the eater of food, I am the eater of food, I am the eater of food. Both I am. Annam, Attaram, food and the eater of food. Both are mine. Like that you will find such utterances coming there. Everything is Brahman. Therefore, the eater and the eaten, both are Brahman only, and the world is divided into the eater and the eaten. In the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad also, this classification came. The world has two divisions. One is the eater, one is the eaten. Each one is an eater and eaten in turn. Throughout the world you can see one lives on the other. Wherever you look you will find this insect lives on that insect. This insect lives on a lower insect. Up to the lowest level, plankton, you can go in water. That is the food of some of the smaller fish. And bigger fish will take the smaller fish. In this way it goes on. And the human being does all of them. He can eat all of them. He is the one thing, and he will eat each other also. Human being is the most intelligent, the most dangerous person. Without this knowledge, he can destroy this world. That is the situation just now in this modern age. That this human being, if he is not properly guided, he can become the destroyer of the world and of himself. That should not happen. So this Upanishad is becoming more and more important. Actually, I was to go to New York today, 24th. I was to go to New York on 24th, along with C. Subramanian, Ramakrishna and others, as a Ramana, for a seminar in New York on science, technology and humanism. How to bring the humanistic element into science and technology. They are very, very eager for this subject to be discussed more and more all over the world. About 200 scientists are expected to gather there. They were very particular we should go. I was not bold enough to take this body out of India just now. I can't depend upon it. Mine can go. But they asked me to send a message, like a 5-page message I have sent on the subject. But they are very eager for spreading these ideas among more and more people. The one who takes deep interest in this is the one in charge of the Bharati Vidya Bhavan in New York. He was the ambassador of America in India some years ago. He was also Princeton University. He is very deeply interested in Indian thought. He is organizing it through the Bharati Vidya Bhavan of New York. That is to happen on the 3rd May for about 7 days. That is the purpose for which they have gone first to England to celebrate the 80th birthday of James Callaghan, who has become a Lord, Labour Prime Minister, becoming a Lord there. He is very old now. He had come here in the ashram. He had joined a seminar here at one of these days. So after that they go to New York. So that is the relevance of the subject. That this is what people want to know from authentic sources. What is this human being? See the power to change the situation in the world, to make for greater humanistic impulse, greater compassion coming from a human being. What the source of that power? Till now we thought nature does everything. But in the case of the human being, biology has found nature has no hand to here. It is man alone that has to do. All evolution has ceased to be organic with the appearance of the human being. And now the evolution is in the hands of man, not in the hands of nature. This is modern biology telling us. And as I often said, this genetic system, this body, cannot help you for values, for kindness, for love, for compassion, for ahimsa. None of this can come from the body. Body is essentially selfish, composed of the selfish gene, according to the title of the book I quoted, Richard Dawkins. So, nature outside and the human body cannot be dependent upon. The only source to depend upon finally is the depth of the human spirit, not the surface level. The surface level is as bad as anything in nature. The sensory level man can be very selfish, very cruel, very anything, as long as you function from the sensory level. A little deeper, the psychic level, we can combine both, sometimes good, sometimes evil. But when you go deep to the Atman, then nothing but love will come, because we are all one. We are all one. In the Isha Upanishad, that was expressed in one shloka, Yastu sarvani bhutani atmanneva anupashyati sarva bhuteshu cha atmanam tato na vijugupsate. When all beings are seen in the Atman, and the Atman is seen in all beings, from that realization, a person cannot hate another person. He is the same Atman everywhere. Tato na vijugupsate. No more vijugupsa or hatred is possible for such a person. Now that is the Vedantic answer. That's what the world wants to hear authentically, so far as today's problems are concerned. None of these religions existing today, ethnical religions, organized religions, none of them has the power to educate the human being in this particular direction. They contain even now plenty of hatred, plenty of intolerance, plenty of violence. Silent, though not open, but everything is there. And so people have realized we can't turn to merely the world's religions, except as a matter of policy to bring them together as harmoniously as possible. In India also you hold conference of religions only for that. Each one is sure within oneself, my religion is the best. But he comes to a conference, speaks nicely and goes away with the same attitude. He has not understood that as your religion is very good for you, another religion is very good for somebody else, that idea doesn't come. So these kind of contradictions are plaguing human society everywhere, not west as well as east. The importance of the Upanishads will increase as years pass on. More and more people come to know what these Upanishads mean, how they stressed on this human being. His glory, His greatness, His supreme uniqueness. That is the most important subject in one passage of the Srimad Bhagavatam, which I quoted once here. This supreme uniqueness of man is mentioned here, and that is Brahma Avalokadanam. You can realize Brahman, that Brahman from whom the whole universe came. You and I can realize that Brahman. What can be more unique than this? No animal can do this. Their brain system is not developed for this purpose. But a human being has the capacity to know the world outside and the Brahman that is hidden within all of us. So Brahman evolved the human form and became immensely happy that in this form I can rediscover myself. In no other form can Brahman rediscover itself. Brahmavalokathisham Majamapa Deva. Deva was very happy that this human being, I can realize myself through him, that human being has that capacity. So this is what the Upanishads gave to humanity, that you have so many capacities, of which the highest is that you can realize your oneness with all. Your body won't help you in this. Body is very selfish, composed of genes, but you go beyond the body, develop sense of detachment, non-attachment, and then expand in sympathy and compassion. You will be able to deal with other people in a happy way. This is the spiritual development of a human being. And so we just introduce the study of the Taittiriya Upanishad today, just for a little while, and continue from next Sunday onwards. Here, Shankara begins his commentary by saluting the earlier teachers. We have that tradition in India. We never feel we are supreme. We are supreme because somebody else was there before us. They have developed some knowledge. We share a bit of it. On that we build up, so that there is a continuous building up of knowledge, continuity of culture. That we recognized. We always recognized the previous teachers. We sit on their shoulder. A college story is there of a boy who sat on the shoulder of the father and said, "Oh father, how taller am I than you are?" He told. So all people today are like that. That this book is my own. I don't owe it to anybody. But it is absolutely wrong. He owes to so many people. In this great people like Shankaracharya, they are so humble. Vidya dadati vinayam is literally true. Knowledge gives you humility. How much is to know? How little is of life? If I have studied so much, it is because others have prepared a good deal and I am sharing in that knowledge. So it says here, I bow down ever before those adorable teachers by whom was explained all these Upanishads in the past, by taking into consideration the words, the sentences, and the means of valid knowledge. Means of valid knowledge means pramana, evidence. With the grace of my teacher and for the benefit of those who prefer a clear exposition, I compose this explanation of this Upanishad, that is the essence of that section of the Vedas called the Taittiriya. The Taittiriya section is a large section. Taittiriya Brahmana, Taittiriya Arnaka, Taittiriya Upanishad is a large section. Just like Brihadaranyaka, Chandogya, these are all sections of some part of the Vedas or other. So here, till now, Shankara says, in the preceding texts, the Aranyaka portion and the Brahmana portion have been studied, the obligatory duties, what you do as a householder, your daily duties, your ritual, your karma, your ceremony, all that is mentioned there.
Khandana Bhava Bandhana Jagat Vandana Vande
Yo
श्रीपद भव गोष्पद वारेयथाय प्रेमार्पण समदर समदर्शन जग जन दुख जाय। नमो नमो प्रभु वाक्य मनादि नमो नमो प्रभु वाक्य मनादि मनोवचन एकाधार प्रभु मनोवचन एकाधार ज्योतिरज्योति ज्योतिरज्योति उज्ज्वल हृदय कंदन तुमितम भंजन प्रभु तुमितम भंजन नमो नमो प्रभु वाक्य मनादित नमो नमो प्रभु वाक्य मनादित मनोवचन एकाधार प्रभु मनोवचन एकाधार ज्योतिर ज्योतिर जलति ज्योतिर ज्योतिर जलति कंदर तुमितम भंजन हार प्रभु तुमितम भंजन हार दे 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 लंग रंग भंग बाजे अंग संग मृदंग दे 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 लंग रंग भंग बाजे अंग संग मृदंग गायित छंद भक्त वृंद आरती कुमार गायित छंद भक्त वृंद आरती तुमार जय जय आरती तुमार हर हर आरती तुमार शिव शिव आरती तुमार खंडन भव बंधन जग वंदन वंदे जय श्री गुरु महाराज जी की जय। ॐ ह्रीं ऋतं त्वमचलो गुणजेत् गुणेभ्यः नक्तं देवं सकरुणं तव पादपद्मं मोहङ्कषं बहुकृतं न भजे यतोऽहं तस्मात् त्वमेव शरणं मम दीन बन्धो भक्तिर्भगश्च भजनं भवभेदकारी गच्छन्त्यलं सुविपुलं गमनाय तत्त्वं वक्रोद्धृतोऽपि हृदये न च भाति किञ्चित् तस्मात् त्वमेव शरणं मम दीनबन्धो तेजस्तरन्ते तरसा त्वयि तृप्ता तृष्णाः रागे कृते ऋतपथे त्वयि रामकृष्णे मर्त्यामृतं तव पदं मरणोर्विनाशम् तस्मात् त्वमेव शरणं मम दीनबन्धो कृत्यं करोति कलुषं कुहकान्तकारी श्नान्तं शिवं सुविमलं तव नाम नाथ यस्मादहं त्वशरणो जगदेकगम्या तस्मात् त्वमेव शरणं मम दीनबन्धो ॐ स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्म स्वरूपिणे अवतार वरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः। ॐ नमः श्री भगवते रामकृष्णाय नमो नमः। ॐ नमः श्री भगवते रामकृष्णाय नमो नमः। ॐ नमः श्री भगवते रामकृष्णाय नमो नमः। सर्वमङ्गला माङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थ साधिके शरण्ये त्र्यम्बके गौरी नारायणी नमोस्तुते। सृष्टि स्थितिविनाशानां शक्ति भूते सनातनी गुणाश्रये शरणागता दीनार्ता परित्राण परायणे सर्वस्यार्ते हरे देवी नारायणी नमोस्तुते। जय नारायणी नमोस्तुते। जय नारायणी नमोस्तुते। जय नारायणी नमोस्तुते। जय नारायणी नमोस्तुते। प्रकृतिं परमाम् अभयां वरदां नररूपधरां जनतापहरां शरणागतसेवकतोषकरीं प्रणमामि परां जननीं जगतां गुणहीनसुतान् अपराधयुतान् कृपयाद्य समुद्धर मोहगतान् तरणीं भवसागर पारकरीं प्रणमामि परां जननीं जगतां विषयं कुसुमं परिहृत्य सदा चरणां पुरुहामृत शान्तिसुधां पिबभृङ्गमनो भवरोगहरां प्रणमामि परां जननीं जगतां कृपां कुरु महादेवी सुतेषु प्रणतेषु च चरणाश्रयदानेन कृपामये नमोऽस्तुते। लज्जापटावृते नित्यं शारदे ज्ञानदायिके पापेभ्यो नः सदा रक्ष कृपामये नमोऽस्तुते। रामकृष्णगतप्राणा तन्नाम श्रवणप्रिया तद्भावरञ्जिताकारां प्रणमामि मुहुर्मुहुः। पवित्रं चरितं यस्याः पवित्रं जीवनं तथा पवित्रता स्वरूपिण्यै तस्यै कुर्मो नमो नमः। देवी प्रसन्नां प्रणतातिमन्त्रीं योगेन्द्र पूजां युगधर्मपात्रीं तां शारदां भक्तिविज्ञानदात्रीं दया स्वरूपा प्रणमामि स्नेहेन बध्नासि मानोस्मदीयं दोषानशेषान् सगुणीकरोषि आहेतुनानोदयसे सदोषान् स्वाङ्गे गृहीत्वा यदिदं विचित्रं प्रसीद माता विनयेन याचे नित्यं भवस्नेहवती सुतेषु प्रेमैकबिन्दुं चिरदग्धचित्ते विषिञ्च चित्तं कुरु न सुशान्तम् जननीं शारदां देवी रामकृष्णं जगद्गुरो पादपद्मे तयोः श्रुत्वा प्रणमामि मुहुर्मुहुः प्रणमामि मुहुर्मुहुः।
పేజ్ నెంబర్ 100 100. जय शंख गदाधर नीलकलेवर पीतपटाम्बर देहि पदं जय शंख गदाधर नीलकलेवर पीतपटाम्बर देहि पदं जय चंदन चर्चित कुंडल मंडित चंदन चर्चित कुंडल मंडित कौस्तभ शोभित देहि पदं जय शंख गदाधर नीलकलेवर पीतपटाम्बर देहि पदम् जय पंकजलोचन मारविमोहन पाप विखंडन देहि पदम। जय पंकजलोचन मारविमोहन पाप विखंडन देहि पदम। जय वेणु निनादक रास विहारक वेणु निनादक रास विहारक बंकिम सुंदर देहि पदम। जय शंकर गदाधर नीलकलेवर पीत पतांबर देहि पदम। जय धीर धुरंधर अद्भुत सुंदर दैवत सेवित देहि पदम। जय धीर धुरंधर अद्भुत सुंदर दैवत सेवित देहि पदम। जय विश्व विमोहन मानस मोहन विश्व विमोहन मानस मोहन संसिद्धि कारण देहि पदम। जय शंकर गदाधर नीलकलेवर पीत पतांबर देहि पदम। जय भक्त जनाश्रय नित्य सुखालय अंतिम बांधव देहि पदम। जय भक्त जनाश्रय नित्य सुखालय अंतिम बांधव देहि पदम। जय दुर्जन शासन केडि परायण दुर्जन शासन केडि परायण कालिय मर्दन देहि पदम। जय शंकर गदाधर नीलकलेवर पीत पतांबर देहि पदम। जय नित्य निरामय दीन दयामय चिन्मय माधव देहि पदम। जय नित्य निरामय दीन दयामय चिन्मय माधव देहि पदम। जय पामर पावन धर्म परायण पामर पावन धर्म परायण दानव सूदन देहि पदम। जय शंकर गदाधर नीलकलेवर पीत पतांबर देहि पदम। जय वेद वेदांबर गोपवधू प्रिय वृंदावन धन देहि पदम। जय वेद वेदांबर गोपवधू प्रिय वृंदावन धन देहि पदम। जय सत्य सनातन दुर्गति भंजन सत्य सनातन दुर्गति भंजन सज्जन रंजन देहि पदम जय शंख गदाधर नीलकण्ठेश्वर पीत पटांबर देहि पदम। जय सेवक वत्सल करुणा सागर वांछित पूरक देहि पदम जय सेवक वत्सल करुणा सागर वांछित पूरक देहि पदम जय पूत धरातल देव परात्पर पूत धरातल देव परात्पर स्वत्व गुणाकर देहि पदम जय शंख गदाधर नीलकण्ठेश्वर पीत पटांबर देहि पदम। जय गोकुल भूषण कंस निषूदन सात्वत जीवन देहि पदम जय गोकुल भूषण कंस निषूदन सात्वत जीवन देहि पदम जय योग परायण संस्थिति वारण योग परायण संस्थिति वारण ब्रह्म निरंजन देहि पदम जय शंख गदाधर नीलकण्ठेश्वर पीत पटांबर देहि पदम जय चंदन चर्चित कुंडल मंडित चंदन चर्चित कुंडल मंडित कौस्तभ शोभित देहि पदम जय शंख गदाधर नीलकण्ठेश्वर पीत पटांबर देहि पदम जय पीत पटांबर देहि पदम जय पीत पटांबर देहि पदम। పేజ్ నంబర్ 78 7-8 స్మరణ చేయవే మనసా భజన చేయవే మనసా స్మరణ చేయవే మనసా భజన చేయవే మనసా दुर्गा माये पावन नामं स्मरण चेयवे मनसा दुर्गा माये पावन नामं स्मरण चेयवे मनसा स्मरण चेयवे मनसा भजन चेयवे मनसा स्मरण चेयवे मनसा भजन चेयवे मनसा వందనమమ్మా నారాయణి ఓ గోరీ నా వందనమిదిగో నీవే పగలు నీవే రాత్రి సంధ్యారాగము సైతము నీవే స్మరణ చేయవే మనసా భజన చేయవే మనసా స్మరణ చేయవే మనసా భజన చేయవే మనసా శ్రీరాముడవై ధనువే కిలితే శ్రీకృష్ణుడవై మురళి పాడితే భద్రకాళిగా నీపతి శివుని నిశ్చేష్టుగా నొనరించితివి స్మరణ చేయవే మనసా భజన చేయవే మనసా స్మరణ చేయవే మనసా భజన చేయవే మనసా దశవిధ మహావిద్యలు నీవే 10 అవతారంబులు నీవే నన్ను గాచుట తప్పదు నీకు ఓ దుర్గా నా వందనమమ్మ స్మరణ చేయవే మనసా భజన చేయవే మనసా స్మరణ చేయవే మనసా భజన చేయవే మనసా కాననమునను ఉపవనమునను నేచ్చటయుండుట సంభవించిన పగలు రాత్రిని పాద పద్మము మరువక నామత్ మనియెడుగావుత స్మరణ చేయవే మనసా భజన చేయవే మనసా స్మరణ చేయవే మనసా భజన చేయవే మనసా సహజ మృత్యువో అకాల మరణం ఏ విధినాకది సంభవించిన దుర్గానామము వీడుకుండగా రసనము భజనము చేయుగా బుధ స్మరణ చేయవే మనసా భజన చేయవే మనసా స్మరణ చేయవే మనసా చేయవే మనసా తరిమి వేయగా తలచెదవేమో ఎచ్చటికే గగకరనే తల్లి మధుర నామము వినబడు నేర్చట అదియును నీవే చెప్పవే మాతా స్మరణ చేయవే మనసా భజన చేయవే మనసా స్మరణ చే మనసా భజన చేయవే మనసా పోరా పొమ్మని పల్కరవేమో బదలను నీ పద యుగలము బదలన్ గలగలమను నీ గాజుల వలెనే సవ్వడి చేయుచు వేలాడుదునే స్మరణ చేయవే మనసా భజన చేయవే మనసా స్మరణ చేయవే మనసా భజన చేయవే మనసా నీపతి ప్రక్కన సుఖాసీనము ఆనందముగా కూరుచుండగా జయ మహాదేవా అని నీ పదము తక్కనుండియే చేయుదు భజనం స్మరణ చేయవే మనసా భజన చేయవే మనసా స్మరణ చేయవే మనసా భజన చేయవే మనసా దివి భువి పాతాళం గులాదిక అన్యయుని వై వెల్పుచుందువు ब्रह्मदादश गोपालुरु हरि उद्भव मंदिरि नोयंदुनने स्मरण चेयवे मनसा भजन चेयवे मनसा स्मरण चेयवे मनसा भजन चेयवे मनसा दुर्गा दुर्गा अनिनी नामं भजन चेयचु नडचेडुवारि महामहेशु स्वयमुगताने रक्षण सेयुनु शूलमु त्रिपुचु स्मरण चेयवे मनसा भजन चेयवे मनसा स्मरण चेयवे मनसा भजन चेयवे मनसा दुर्गति नाशिनी दुर्गा जय जय दुर्गति नाशिनी दुर्गा जय जय आनंददायिनी दुर्गा जय जय आनंददायिनी दुर्गा जय जय दुर्गति नाशिनी दुर्गा जय जय दुर्गति नाशिनी दुर्गा जय जय आनंददायिनी दुर्गा जय जय आनंददायिनी दुर्गा जय जय दुर्गति नाशिनी दुर्गा जय जय दुर्गति नाशिनी दुर्गा जय जय आनंददायिनी दुर्गा जय जय आनंददायिनी दुर्गा जय जय दुर्गति नाशिनी दुर्गा जय जय दुर्गति नाशिनी दुर्गा जय जय आनंददायिनी दुर्गा जय जय आनंददायिनी दुर्गा जय जय आनंददायिनी दुर्गा जय जय आनंददायिनी दुर्गा जय जय दुर्गति नाशिनी दुर्गा जय जय दुर्गति नाशिनी दुर्गा जय जय आनंददायिनी दुर्गा जय जय आनंददायिनी दुर्गा जय जय दुर्गति नाशिनी दुर्गा जय जय दुर्गति नाशिनी दुर्गा जय जय आनंददायिनी दुर्गा जय जय आनंददायिनी दुर्गा जय जय आनंददायिनी दुर्गा जय जय आनंददायिनी दुर्गा जय जय কি রূপে আছো হরে সপিসে গৌরী রে নিশ্চিন্ত অন্তরে হে হিম ভবনে দিন গনি গনি বরষ যাপিন দিন গনি গনি বরষ যাপিন কত আর সহে মায়ের প্রাণে দিন গনি গনি বরষ যাপিন দিন গনি গনি বরষ যাপিন কত আর সহে মায়ের প্রাণে কি রূপ আছো হরে সপিসে গৌরী রে কি রূপে আছো হরে সপিসে গৌরী রে নিশ্চিন্ত অন্তরে এহিম ভবনে কি রূপে আছো হরে সপিসে গৌরী রে নিশ্চিন্ত অন্তরে এহিম ভবনে দিন গনি গনি বরষ যাপিন যুগে যুগে কত ঘোর তপবলে ত্রিলোক কন্যা কন্যা পেনু কোলে যুগে যুগে কত ঘোর তপবলে ত্রিলোক ধন্যা কন্যা পেনু কোলে যুগে যুগে কত ঘোর তপবলে ত্রিলোক ধন্যা কন্যা পেনু কোলে কিসে হেন ধনে রহি বল ভুলে কিসে হেন ধনে রহি বল ভুলে সদারে দে জলে সে মুখ শরণে কিসে হেন ধনে রহি বল ভুলে সদারে দে জলে সে মুখ শরণে দিন গনি গনি বরষ যাপিনু দিন গনি গনি বরষ যাপিনু কিভাবে কৈলাসে আছে ও মা জামাই বহুদিন গত তত্ত্ব নাহি পাই কিভাবে কৈলাসে আছে ও মা জামাই বহুদিন গত তত্ত্ব নাহি পাই কিভাবে কৈলাসে আছে ও মা জামাই বহুদিন গত তত্ত্ব নাহি পায় আনিতে প্রেরদু নতুবা নিজে যায় আনিতে প্রেরদু নতুবা নিজে যায় কর হে অনুমতি মিনতি চরণে আনিতে প্রেরদু নতুবা নিজে যায় কর হে অনুমতি মিনতি চরণে দিন গনি গনি বরষ যাপিনু দিন গনি গনি বরষ যাপিনু কত আর সহে মায়ের প্রাণে কত আর সহে মায়ের প্রাণে কি রূপে আছো রে সপিসে গৌরী রে নিশ্চিন্ত অন্তরে এহিম ভবনে দিন গনি গনি বরষ যাপিনু দিন গনি গনি দিন গনি গনি দিন গনি গনি বরষ జాపిను.
పేజ్ 219 219. పిలువరానోరారా రామకృష్ణుని కొలువరా మనసారా పరమహంసను. పిలువరానోరారా రామకృష్ణుని కొలువరా మనసారా పరమహంసను. పిలువరానోరా కొలువరా మనసారా పరమహంసను. పిలువరానోరారా రామకృష్ణుని కొలువరా మనసారా పరమహంసను. అతి మధురమైన నామమెందు దొరకురా, అతి మధురమైన నామమెందు
దొరకురా,
అతి మధురమైన నామమెందు దొరకురా, అతి మధురమైన నామమెందు దొరకురా. సాటి లేని ఆ కొలువుకు మేటి ఏదిరా, సాటి లేని ఆ కొలువుకు మేటి ఏదిరా. పిలువరానోరారా రామకృష్ణుని కొలువరా మనసారా పరమహంసను. పరమ గురువు జగద్గురువు రామకృష్ణరా, పరమ గురువు జగద్గురువు
రామకృష్ణరా,
పరమ గురువు జగద్గురువు రామకృష్ణరా, పరమ గురువు జగద్గురువు రామకృష్ణరా. భక్తి భుక్తి ముక్తి నీచు కల్పతరురా, భక్తి భుక్తి ముక్తి నీచు కల్పతరురా. పిలువరానోరారా రామకృష్ణుని కొలువరా మనసారా పరమహంసను. రానోరా క్రోధలోభాదులు పారిపోవురా,
కామ క్రోధ లోభాదులు పారిపోవురా,
కామ క్రోధలోభాదులు పారిపోవురా,
కామ క్రోధ లోభాదులు పారిపోవురా.
పరమహంస దివ్యనామ జపము చేయరా,
పరమహంస దివ్యనామ జపము
చేయరా, పిలువరా నోరారా రామకృష్ణుని, కొలువరా మనసార పరమహంసను, పిలువరా
నోరారా రామకృష్ణుని, కొలువరా మనసా పరమహంసుని.
తల్లి తండ్రి దైవమంత రామకృష్ణరా,
తల్లి తండ్రి దైవమంత రామకృష్ణరా,
తల్లి తండ్రి దైవమంత రామకృష్ణరా,
తల్లి తండ్రి దైవమంత రామకృష్ణరా.
మన కోసమే వెలసినాడు మరువకండిరా,
మన కోసమే వెలసినాడు
మరువకండిరా, పిలువరా నోరారా రామకృష్ణుని, కొలువరా మనసార పరమహంసను, పిలువరా నోరారా రామకృష్ణుని, కొలువరా మనసార
పరమహంసుని.
రామకృష్ణ పాదములను విడువకండిరా,
రామకృష్ణ పాదములను విడువకండిరా,
రామకృష్ణ పాదములను విడువకండిరా,
రామకృష్ణ పాదములను విడువకండిరా.
హృదయములో పదిలపరచి పూజ చేయరా,
హృదయములో పదిలపరచి
పూజ చేయరా, పిలువరా నోరారా రామకృష్ణుని, కొలువరా మనసార పరమహంసను, పిలువరా నోరారా రామకృష్ణుని, కొలువరా మనసార పరమహంసను, కొలువరా మనసార పరమహంసను, కొలువరా మనసార పరమహంసను. పేజ్ 294 294. అమ్మ ప్రేమలో నేనుంటేను కలతలెందుకు నాకు, అమ్మ ప్రేమలో నేనుంటేను కలతలెందుకు నాకు, అమ్మ ప్రేమలో నేనుంటేను కలతలెందుకు నాకు, అమ్మ ప్రేమలో నేనుంటెను కలతలెందుకు నాకు. అన్న వస్త్రాలు ప్రసాదించి,
అన్న వస్త్రాలు ప్రసాదించి,
అన్న వస్త్రాలు ప్రసాదించి,
అన్న వస్త్రాలు ప్రసాదించి,
ఆదరముతో నన్ను చూస్తూ, అన్న వస్త్రాలు ప్రసాదించి ఆదరముతో నన్ను చూస్తూ బాధ్యతలన్నీ తీసుకుంది,
బాధ్యతలన్నీ తీసుకుంది.
అమ్మ ప్రేమలో నేనుంటెను కలతలెందుకు నాకు. భవజలధిలో మునిగినప్పుడు, కష్టాలలో మరిగినప్పుడు,
భవజలధిలో మునిగినప్పుడు, కష్టాలతో మరిగినప్పుడు,
భవజలధిలో మునిగినప్పుడు, కష్టాలలో మరిగినప్పుడు,
భవజలధిలో మునిగినప్పుడు, కష్టాలలో మరిగినప్పుడు,
అంధకారమావరించ,
అంధకారమావరించ,
భయము వద్దని అభయమిస్తూ,
అంధకారమావరించ,
భయము వద్దని అభయమిస్తూ బాధ్యతలన్నీ తీసుకుంది,
బాధ్యతలన్నీ తీసుకుంది.
అమ్మ ప్రేమలో నేనుంటెను కలతలెందుకు నాకు,
అమ్మ ప్రేమలో నేను
టెను కలతలెందుకు నాకు. ఆరు విరోధులు ఏకమై దారి మళ్ళించినప్పుడు, ఆరు విరోధులు ఏకమై దారి మళ్ళించినప్పుడు, ఆరు విరోధులు ఏకమై దారి మళ్ళించినప్పుడు,
ఆరు విరుదులు
ఏకమై దారి మళ్ళించినప్పుడు, ఆపద నుండి నన్ను రక్షించి,
ఆపద నుండి నన్ను రక్షించి,
ఆపద నుండి నన్ను రక్షించి,
ఆపద నుండి నన్ను రక్షించి,
చేతులు జాచి పట్టుకుంది, ఆపద నుండి నన్ను రక్షించి చేతులు జాచి పట్టుకుంది, బాధ్యతలన్నీ తీసుకుంది, బాధ్యతలన్నీ తీసుకుంది. అమ్మ ప్రేమలో నేనుంటెను కలతలెందుకు నాకు,
అమ్మ ప్రేమలో నేను కలతలెందుకు నాకు.
నేను అమ్మను మరచిన అమ్మ ఎన్నడు నన్ను మరువదు,
నేను అమ్మను మరచిన అమ్మ ఎన్నడు నన్ను మరువదు,
నేను అమ్మను మరచిన అమ్మ ఎన్నడు నన్ను మరువదు,
నేను అమ్మను మరచిన అమ్మ ఎన్నడు నన్ను మరువదు.
ఇలాంటి ప్రేమ అరుదు గదా,
ఇలాంటి ప్రేమ అరుదు కదా,
ఇలాంటి ప్రేమ అరుదు గదా,
ఇలాంటి ప్రేమ అరుదు కదా.
అమ్మకు నేను ముద్దు బిడ్డను,
ఇలాంటి ప్రేమ అరుదు కదా,
అమ్మకు నేను ముద్దు బిడ్డను. అమ్మ ప్రేమలో నేనుంటెను కలతలెందుకు నాకు,
అమ్మ ప్రేమలో
నేనుంటెను కలతలెందుకు నాకు, అమ్మ ప్రేమలో నేనుంటెను కలతలెందుకు నాకు, అమ్మ ప్రేమలో నేనుంటెను కలతలెందుకు నాకు, అమ్మ ప్రేమలో నేనుంటెను కలతలెందుకు నాకు, అమ్మ ప్రేమలో నేనుంటెను కలతలెందుకు నాకు, అమ్మ ప్రేమలో నేనుంటెను కలతలెందుకు నాకు, అమ్మ ప్రేమలో నేనుంటెను కలతలెందుకు నాకు, అమ్మ ప్రేమలో నేనుంటెను కలతలెందుకు నాకు, ప్రేమలో నేనుంటెను కలతలెందుకు నాకు.
ఫ్యూ అనౌన్స్మెంట్స్. రేపు సెప్టెంబర్ 15వ తేదీ సోమవారం భగవాన్ శ్రీరామకృష్ణుల ప్రత్యక్ష సన్యాసి శిష్యులు స్వామి అభేదానంద మహారాజ్ జయంతి సందర్భంగా రేపు సాయంత్రం ఆరాధికం అనంతరం స్వామి అభేదానంద మహారాజ్ జీవితం సందేశంపై ప్రత్యేక ప్రసంగం ఉంటుంది. వచ్చే బుధవారం సెప్టెంబర్ 17వ తేదీ ఏకాదశి ఆరాత్రికం అనంతరం రామనామ సంకీర్తన. వచ్చే ఆదివారం సెప్టెంబర్ 21వ తేదీ మఠంలో అంతర్యోగ కార్యక్రమం నిర్వహించబడుతుంది. ఈ కార్యక్రమ ప్రధాన ఇతివృత్తం మాతృపూజ మహిమ. భక్తులు ప్రసాదం కౌంటర్ వద్ద ఈ కార్యక్రమానికి రిజిస్టర్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. సెప్టెంబర్ 28 నుండి అక్టోబర్ 2వ తేదీ వరకు దుర్గా పూజ, అక్టోబర్ 6వ తేదీ లక్ష్మీ పూజ మఠంలో వైభవంగా నిర్వహించబడతాయి. ఈ కార్యక్రమానికి సంబంధించిన పూర్తి వివరాలు దేవాలయం ముందున్న ఫ్లెక్స్ నోటీస్ బోర్డుపై ఉన్నాయి. ఇన్విటేషన్ పాంప్లెట్స్ ప్రసాదం కౌంటర్ వద్ద లభిస్తాయి. అలాగే వచ్చే ఆదివారం సెప్టెంబర్ 21వ తేదీ భగవాన్ శ్రీరామకృష్ణుల మరొక సన్యాసి శిష్యులు స్వామి అఖండానంద మహారాజ్ జయంతి సందర్భంగా ఆ రోజు సాయంత్రం 5:45 స్వామి అఖండానంద మహారాజ్ జీవితం సందేశంపై ప్రత్యేక ప్రసంగం నిర్వహించబడుతుంది. భక్తులు దుర్గా పూజ ఇన్విటేషన్స్ను మీ బంధుమిత్రులకు పంచిపెట్టి ఎక్కువ సంఖ్యలో ఈ కార్యక్రమంలో పాల్గొని మూర్తితయ కృపకు పాత్రలు కావాల్సిన విజ్ఞప్తి. టుమారో 15 September Monday, Swami Abhedananda Maharaj Jayanti. Discourse on the life and teachings of Swami Abhedananda Maharaj will be conducted after Aratrikam. Coming Wednesday, 17th September, Ekadashi, Ramnam Sankirtan will be there after Aratrikam. Coming Sunday, Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna's direct monastic disciple, Swami Akhandananda Maharaj Jayanti. On this occasion, special discourse on the life and teachings of Swami Akhandananda Maharaj will be conducted at 5:45 p.m. Coming Sunday, also spiritual retreat program will be conducted. The theme of this program is Significance of Mother Worship. Devotees can register for this program at Prasadam counter. Shri Durga Puja will be conducted in the mud premises from 28th September to 2nd October. Shri Lakshmi Puja will be conducted on 6th October. Full details of these programs are available in the invitation pamphlets available at Puja Mandapam, Prasadam counter. Devotees can distribute them among your friends and relatives, participate in large numbers, and obtain the grace of Holy Trio. All the devotees are requested to partake of Prasadam after Jayakaram to Holy Trio.
जय भगवान श्री रामकृष्ण देव की जय. जय श्री शारदा माई की जय. जय स्वामी विवेकानंद महाराज जी की जय.